Okay, let's see what they got for us though. Again, if you got enough good thought process with a new comp, normally you can win it out. When you don't have an info sentinel though, it does mean that defense is going to be pretty hard. Probably going to see them go very proactive over towards middle. They got to cover up somehow. PRX on defense, Gen.G on attack. And both of these teams at the moment are 4-0 on pistols, I think.
The one way there from Forsaken to slow it down just a bit, but this has been looking A all the way for Gen.G. And they're just doing a little bit of diligence, checking wine with the knife, making sure that that's going to be clear for this push forward. And some pressure going to be put potentially onto Patman early, but they're not really quite reading this just yet.
Good vibe from him. Oh, it's a nice, nice killjoy mod as well. Keep an eye on the luck over towards shore. Do they even consider this at one point? Fast flood retake. Oh wait, Omen Flash hit everyone.
And suddenly we find ourselves now in the 1v1.
Oh, that is close. 22 HP, my goodness. That was a mad pistol. The fast flood Omen Flash was nuts, by the way. Hit all 4.
Yesterday, looks like they're looking to stick to the same script here.
Just kind of a rock, paper, scissors in the game plan there. PRX looking mid all the way. Meanwhile, Gen.G just thinking A. And the retake looked pretty good initially for PRX. They throw in a paranoia. They're using the fade util to force all the players into hell. And they have a real good chance. Gen can't quite find the shots, though, with the Sheriff. And that forces Forsaken into the 1v1 after he cleans out hell. Can't quite finish the job against Foxy. Close. But Gen.G comes out just ahead in a very important opening pistol on their attacker's side.
A full investment, everybody with a weapon beyond the pistols here for Gen.G. With that Guardian, Foxy 9, Marshall in hand, waiting to see if there's any kind of big push out of the A site, but PRX, they've already rotated.
Well, they got a lot of numbers here. Flash goes out, want to fight this.
Chasing, finding one, but Munchkin answering back in reply, that Stinger, able to find 2 quick kills, the Spectre as well. SMG's coming out on top here. So still
2 armors.
To the pivot across towards that A site, so still maybe an opportunity for something to get the jump and find a bit more damage.
Ascent free to class now, yeah.
Footsteps finds the headshot instantaneously. Peek out dodges. Now finds himself with a weapon in hand, but Foxy 9 will be able to get the shot. So
not too bad.
Damage going to be suffered here,
not too bad.
Managed to get the 2-0 start.
Yeah, they're going to keep a couple of those Guardians over. Very potent weapons in the hands of those players. PRX had a couple Sheriffs in there. But mostly going to be up with rifles, a few half armors, regen shield for Jing. Off the rip here, Forsaken just.
God, people are getting so good with Stingers now. I know there's no armor on this, but.
Not having much of it. Foxy 9 reliable on the back end in 2 rounds in a row for Gen.G. Things getting scrappy between 2 teams.
Okay, change up of the wall this time.
Very well. Last year in Pacific, of course.
But still very strong hold over towards A main. And you're probably going to need to see this all the time, them kind of like fighting early. Again, they can't really get much info. The longer the Gen.G play, the better as well, because there's more chance of them potentially going through middle into any of these avenues. They can definitely slow play a lot.
Timing on the flash, no one there to receive it though. Forsaken go for a couple straight shots through here and does nearly find some damage. Just a pixel out of place there.
Sight Valor, thanks so much for the prime. Thank you for doing that.
Try to convince PRX to maybe try to rotate
out.
The
re-clear goes out. Wingman is so committed. They ain't getting him back.
And this is something back on Gecko. An agent he played quite a bit previously. Foxy 9 trying to create some attention over at the B site, but that is going to pull Patman over a little bit, it looks like. Forsaken now uses the paranoia to stall just a little bit. He's going to try to fight this, maybe.
Oh boy, look rough. Yeah, and again, they got this molly to stop them flooding out. Dude, this is a nice molly. Every single time he's throwing this molly from over towards middle. So he has impact on the side hit, and then he can kind of lurk over towards B. It's really cool. It's an important kill, though. Keep an eye on the luck all the way through spawn. Ah, incredible with them. Damn, dude, they're so good with Stingers right now. Yeah, this is nice. Foxy 9's having a lot of impact, dude. A lot of impact.
This is just
the Apex Stingers, yeah. Doesn't get mentioned that much.
They want to call it, of the way that Munchkin likes to operate on any map. Doesn't matter where they are. Let the Sentinel player do some lurking. Find your moment to strike. They do a great job of being patient in the early part of the round. They don't fall into the little trap that PRX is trying to set up in A main.
Let's go, guys! Let's go!
Ever the hype man.
Yeah, he's very fired up. He's been
Force him down to an eco, no
hyped.
armor. Everyone could get one shot by the outlaw.
GENG.
Blow the whistle, mate.
Corner. Texture just
Tell what,
really
everyone to
missed.
jump off the train.
Ouch, right around there.
We haven't stopped moving yet.
Top here.
Nothing's going on.
All 5 players from PRX on the stack.
Not looking good. We've got no it's the equivalent of an info sentinel on a train. God knows.
The open side of the map for a bit of time.
No fire
Getting
alarm.
ready to come through. There's a lot of plays gonna be spotted.
Got no fire alarm. We've got a lot of fire going on.
One kill. Does a decent amount of damage though. As Devi and Patman both are tagged up, and Texture's got the read. Knows exactly what Forsaken's gonna try to do. Gets him through the smoke. Stops him from grabbing that weapon. GENG's gonna try to blast back across to get it.
The Texture's looking nice though. Oh, the Texture's looking really nice. My goodness.
It's fantastic there. Great patience from Gen.G. Just understanding how hungry PRX was going to be.
Okay, really
to
rough
scoop
start.
up Karan's rifle that was on
PRX getting the
ground.
timeout in. Something gets
You're
that
gonna
off
go
out.
into a quick operator here for something. 4 in a row to start this attacker side, but this is the part of the map. Think back to Gen.G versus RRQ. In the stage 1 finals for BCT Pacific. This is where they did their damage, was on the attacker side. This is where both teams did their damage, was on the attacker side.
Yeah.
So certainly you feel like this is going to be the better actually side for both of these teams. This is Pacific. We don't play like the other regions. Ascent isn't as defender-sided as you think.
It depends on what Devi is going to have ready to go when it comes down to that Viper, but quick intervention here after the 0-4
They're straight up
start.
ignoring mid. I mean, the longer that they just wait, there's mid pressure anyway, no matter what. What they're going to do, just hold to one perma mid. The sides will be weak anyway.
Course correct a bit here.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it just feels like right now Gen.G has a really good idea of the way
We
that
need
PRX
sacrifices
wants to
yet,
play,
mate. We
especially
might
on the
just
eco rounds.
have
They've
to
done a
accept
good
this
job
map, to be honest
of
with you.
reading these B main pushes. They've sensed the A main push as well on the first rifle round for PRX on Gen.G's bonus. So it seems like every kind of call, every decision has been really well thought out, really well understood. So that's going to require a pretty big change of game plan for PRX and a little bit more creativity.
Yeah, it might be worth saving the sacrifices for next map.
Right now, Gen.G seems to have them pretty well understood, every twist and turn. And this operator has to get effective, has to be impactful for PRX. And they're going to try to get something
Okay, and
done
what is
right
this
off
one?
the
We're
rip,
ready with an
potentially.
instant omen flash? Because it
GENG
kind of
and
looks like the Gecko
something
wants to
over
send
here.
it
Right outside A
with
main.
an op.
One away from having that thrash at the ready. The push for the flash connecting and Texture mowing down 2. It's already a disaster.
Oh, whoa! Ow! Wait, what? Wait, that was actually nuts, though.
Still going to be there for the side of Gen.G.
That might have been one of the craziest clips ever. How did he get double here?
Up towards the top mid. At the moment, it will not be one.
Planted.
It's a cut across. Both players going to be joining together here at Tree. Their work cut out for them.
Aron, quick glimpse. Bye.
It's the TP to reposition right as the snake bite comes through. Patman just desperately trying to find anything that he could possibly get. Because it's a 2v3, they feel invested here in the round, so going for the save is not really going to
Gen.G
be the
look
play.
nice, though.
Patman now dead. Devi
Yeah, I mean, they just
all
completely
alone, so
owned
yeah,
it with
we'll
the fast
have
A
to back
here.
away now, which is going to be the one weapon save. The timeout not leading to a round win. Gen.G streaking out similarly to what we were seeing yesterday versus MIBR.
They're so locked in. Forsaken there catches him a little bit off guard, gets a couple kills of his own, makes it at least potentially doable for PRX, but this is a
Do
great
something,
pass
mate, the
off
engine's
by
not working. What do you want from me?
There's no counterplay to that at all. The move bot lagging just a bit too far behind, and Texture quick with it. With the Phantom finds 2. And then Ash still really crisp with the shooting. So kind of one of the other big storylines you could be following today with these two teams. You have 2 new players.
What do I think about the PRX
Ash
comp?
and Patman on both sides, new to the international scene.
I really don't like it.
So far, Ash
Even
and
if I
Patman
ignore
look
the
really,
fact
really
that we
good, but
have no
Ash
info sentinel,
another big
I
kill.
then gotta look at the fact that our solo duelist is the Raze, and I think it's so hard with the solo duelist Raze on this map.
close and personal. Tucked position though for Jing.
Like I'd rather have a solo Yoru on this map.
Noise made. Jingle out. Jing not quite spotting him there.
Obviously Jet's the best, but
None of it. Dizzy at the ready. They're gonna look to try to get a pinch here, but it's gonna be the one spot out, I believe, over towards Foxy 9. His texture on the re-peek finds Patman. Gets a spot out on the Forsaken. Identifying the position at 3, killing 1. And again, fantastic value off the rip here for Gen.G.
And every time PRX looking for those advantages.
Paranoia does not connect. The
double
Texture
lineup
does it
again, dude. Texture has so many kills. We're on the 6th round. He has it's 11-4. My goodness.
Better slow down here, Texture. You know what happens when you get those aces.
Jing's trying to
Dude, look at him
Yeah,
smiling.
Jing's
He's
like,
ready.
"Please find me, kill me." Up and over the top, and Karen
Whoa!
takes it away.
Karen took it. Oh god, this is gonna be a good replay.
Unbelievable. That is devious.
That's
but
classic.
for the
That's so
Gen.G
good.
in the crowd, they can breathe a sigh of relief.
It's just classic Gen.G. Deny Texture the ace when he's got it just for free.
There's no commentary that I can
That's
add that would make
incredible,
that better.
man.
It's just- it's
Okay,
perfect.
fast vision strikers
It is
for
a
PRX.
beautiful,
Split over towards
man.
B main.
So damn
Instant
fun.
reaction for
All right,
Gen.G.
well,
Just
we're
push
back
over
in the
towards
action.
site. Free
Gen.G
site.
up 6-0. Texture 12-4-0 here at the moment. 2 kills per round thus far. With no real signs of slowing down. Full buy is back in here for the side of PRX. They've got some ults to work with. Nightfall will go out first and foremost.
You should run.
They're playing tucked here on the side. Nate able to find one.
This guy's an
Taking
actual
it,
raid
taking it
boss,
down
man.
a little
Someone
bit
take
more.
him down.
Able to flush him out. Just
One
burying
enemy
through.
remaining.
Foxy 9 in hell.
Out of charges.
Just tears them to pieces.
Oh god.
Jing now trying to back away, does get detained. Munchkin gonna try to close the gap, try to get this kill, doesn't spot him. Foxy 9 will.
Oh god.
4K of his own.
He just used the killjoy.
7-0.
He's halfway to another.
Well, this is pretty crazy. I mean,
Yeah, it's gonna be the
PRX
next map,
continues
man.
to try to make hard reads off the rip, leaving one side of the map relatively undefended, and Gen.G's been able to either anticipate it and play against it, or just find the open space and quickly capitalize and set up for these post plants. And
It
even
looked
with
nice,
all those
though.
ults invested,
I mean, we get to play
PRX
Mini for a
could
comp.
not
I heard us say that he
convert,
tried
and
to
they're
veto
gonna
it.
go for the second at all, and they had the lockdown in play, so you know that has to be quick. It has to be
Get the train under control,
very
mate. It's not
effective
moving.
for
What do you want?
PRX.
Like, what do you
to
want?
get that done. And there was just no hope. Foxy 9 from hell just absolutely ruined it. Just some clean phantom shots.
8-0-0.
Calling my bot.
He's just,
Only one in the lobby that has not died.
I mean, he hasn't been pressured much on a lot of the times where he's playing that solo position.
Gets
It's been a
trained
lot
on
of
the track
1-4
fast.
for Gen.G. And
Oh, man.
he's done a pretty good job of just avoiding any disasters and
Yeah,
then being
it's-
that last guy.
I don't know,
Bail the
man.
round out if needed
I
for
felt like
Gen.G.
PRX didn't they start getting their
Spot
Ascent
on
down,
one with the 0
and then they
point.
decided to
Forsaken down over at 1.
experiment a little bit again.
But you can just see how wary Gen.G is of some kind of trap play. It's been round after round after round of PRX trying to catch Gen.G in a position where they can get them in a crunch, get them some early advantages in the kill count numbers, but every single time Gen.G's come out ahead and they're working the map incredibly well. Munchkin's going to stick around though over at Gelato.
Peek about to come through, something needing to hit this shot.
Okay,
Do it.
okay.
Follow-up, Karan going to be taken down as well. Best start, best hope here for PRX to try to get themselves on the board.
Bot.
We're in round number 8. Mosh at the ready, just try to buy some time here. Further delay. Starts healing back over onto the site. Something does eventually get flushed out. Player advantage still there for PRX as rotations start to come through. They go the TP. Now to be pushed forward.
Nice shot.
Takes the fight.
Jesus. Forsaken's aim is kind of insane though, fair play. Don't know how he's getting into these situations.
Spike planted.
Oh, what happened to the tether? Wait, did it land on his head? Land on his head and go all the way to the back?
Find their first round win.
Yeah,
It bonked
this is
him.
just a nice hold from something. Really needed to come alive a bit there. And desperately needed this 2K. Give them that 5v3 advantage. Forsaken. Been pretty sharp. Most of the map actually. He's been finding his, and he's got to get.
Yeah, he's trying to get him hyped up a little bit though.
He's been the emotional leader now for PRX. He's the one popping off. He's the one standing up.
Let's see.
He's the one who's vocal.
Make sure you buy a gun.
And
first step.
he's gonna find a way. Hopefully, get them back into this. Gen.G though, sitting on some big ults. Ash has that hunter.
Okay, they got Razor. Where's the Razor? They go fast over towards B, and the Razor's here. Hold up.
Texture with plenty of money.
Might have a
Still
second one
gonna
here.
Go for the stinger here, so likely going to be reinforced by the Blade Storm.
What is it? Contact into Satchel up, Razor. Oh, dude.
Bit of a pacier hit here from Gen.G. Already storming forward. The
Lovely.
showstopper up and over the top though. GENG investing it at the right time.
Whoa, what a shot. Bro, everyone's an absolute
Alone,
monster.
the Spike stranded. Used his ultimate, the TP in towards boats, and now needs to find his way back into B main to try to recover this. Which would take it down to a 1v1.
He gets 2 1v1s. Oh no.
Karan react in time, he absolutely does. Finds the shot, he's not even strafing in to try to go for the spike. He's really suspicious about Forsaken's position. There's no way to know though. He still has time to work with.
No info. Forsaken gonna send a smoke over towards Alley to try to fake that he's coming from the other side.
Starts favoring Forsaken because now he's gonna have eyes on this spike.
Still has the paranoia too.
It's gonna be a bit of a standoff. Forsaken can basically just end up playing the same position that something was in.
Oh, this gets weird.
Checks back around over towards mid to make sure that there's no big re-wrap through bench and pizza.
There's a long angle there.
30 seconds left.
Sets up the smoke. Karan reading this well.
I have the spike.
Spike picked up, just continues to play it quietly. 20 more seconds still to play with here. How quickly can Forsaken try to get on top of him is the question. TPU's not taking any chances whatsoever. Forsaken starting to move forward.
Forsaken has Omen flash off of the sound of this. That smoke from Karen's really smart.
Gets the spike planted right in here behind Karan for the moment. Just trying to spot him out. Considering a pre-fire. Drops that into the smoke.
Holy.
Gets the read.
That's a great try from Karen, man. My goodness.
On the road to recovery.
Yeah, tremendous patience being shown here by Forsaken.
Nicely done.
Using his utility wisely. Those smokes to buy a little bit extra time. Great up and over there by GENG. Kind of one of those things that maybe don't anticipate because you don't play against Razors too often on this map. And it works a treat. PRX has 2 in a row. Can find a few more now. They can definitely make a map of this. Again, attacker side is where these teams are going to be looking to do damage on this map. But
yeah, they go for the Vision Strikers again, as we can see only one here. They're going to get so much info that's going to be sending it over towards Divide. Divide has ult. Insta-popper ult. Okay, it's not too bad. They're really going to force this ult. Dude, Divide could kill so many here. Nice shot.
Didn't know where it was going. Ends up falling. It's going to be a player advantage.
Okay, kind of nice from Gen.G though. And set one over towards the right of this, but shouldn't change too much. Uh-oh. Patman?
So that's a nice pickup for PRX. Patman is so deep.
Deep into the spawn here.
Uh-oh, dude. You're on that corner.
Not going to connect. Texture chasing forward. Getting rewarded for it. Is he ready for this peak from Forsaken now? The answer is no.
Oh.
Gets the kill. Jiggles back out with the TP.
Oh my god.
Be spotted.
I swear there's another one.
Firmly in the hands of PRX.
Okay, feels kind of comfy because his mate's watching top mid. They got the wall to block this as well, though.
Suspecting that somebody's going to try to back him up. Ash cut off GENG.
Ooh, nice little 1-2.
Pushes out, barrel stuffs.
God, they play so weird, man. It's so funny. I'm not this guy again, though. Dude, Forsaken's doing great, though. He's got so many multi kills.
That's 3 in a row now.
Why am I starting to believe they have no
these are some
Killjoy?
Nice calls now.
They have no info sentinel.
Putting the team on his
be
back
hard.
now,
It should be impossible.
in the kill count, the only one that's positive in that department. And he is setting the team up nicely. Just plays that angle again. So patient on the Omen. I'm really impressed with his ability. I mean, it shouldn't surprise anyone. He can play any agent at the highest levels because he is who he is. But he looks really good in these last couple of rounds, just showing tremendous understanding of
timeout out of them.
situations,
Okay.
how to use his utility, how to maneuver the chess pieces around himself. Now it's going to be Gen.G's turn to call a timeout.
Forsaken, yeah, he's pretty much getting the train moving on his own, man. Just at the back pushing it.
Yeah, it's still advantage
Been seriously
to have no matter
gymming.
what, given the 7 rounds racked up, but seeing the streakiness of PRX starting to build up, they want to try to slow the roll a little bit here. Close out with
How much do you think they need on defense? I think they needed like 7 on defense. Because on attack, surely the Rays can't do that much solo. Like, surely GENG is just going to go in every single time. They're not going to get through the choke, and then they're just stuck.
on the edge of losing the rounds, or at least the 2 previous
What's the
ones.
Viper? What's the Viper Wars?
Yeah, I'll be curious to see what they want to do with the
You
Hunter's
got the
Fury
Loud
from Ascent. It's
B1.
been tough to find opportunities to use it.
You got the Fnatic
because of the
A1.
aggressive
I
nature
don't think it
of
helps so
PRX.
much. Unless they got some like cool idea with a smoke where they're like settling into the Viper smoke. I don't know.
Just stand back and let
Women
it
smoke
rip.
maybe, and you Viper
Challenging.
wall.
And PRX
I don't know, we'll
gonna
see.
try
Maybe they got some
another-
genius stuff going.
Maybe another.
I still think they
teammate
need
hit here,
these.
And that's where everybody from Gen.G is.
Dude, they go. Oh, we're going aggro again.
Here we go.
Gonna go for it. This time not up and over the top because he does connect onto one. Texture at the same time.
This is nuts.
Able to find 2.
But they don't have the
Despite
spike again. But
his
look at
possession.
Forsaken. He's just in the middle of everyone.
Once again, Gen.G find themselves in a spot where they're gonna have to try to refight.
What a
back
shot.
towards
Dude,
the
the
same
aim
one.
right
My
now
God,
is
Texture.
insane.
Instantaneous. Karan just eating the stun. Divine out. Finds himself very much alone.
Spike planted.
Forward trying to divide and conquer. Finds the first, but Texture
Nice
right
shots were
there
hit.
with the trade back. Gen.G stopping PRX in their tracks. They get themselves up to 8.
Yeah, this time the tiles crunch doesn't quite come through. It almost works. Forsaken finds a couple big kills. This is Texture able to just get around that corner using that updraft and dash. Catches Patman
Yeah, they
completely
win
by
that, too.
surprise. He probably
They got
thought there's
jumped.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
He
his mouse
just
bug maybe.
kinda panicked a little bit there.
The mouthfeel there for him. Certainly not the result that you want to see.
But it's all because Texture gets around that corner like that. Otherwise, that's probably PRX's round. Now you got an operator again for the last 1.5.
That meant
Yeah, they go aggro, managed to get Fatal. It's not too bad. They got a lot of ults.
Slight little tap of damage,
I just
but
don't think the
Nightfall
four's
now
enough,
going to be
though.
online, so they have that with the
And they still
crash
haven't
as
won
a
this
combo
round
to
yet.
Try to utilize once again. Didn't work out for them on that A site retake several rounds
We
ago.
just use the default comp.
See how they fare
Nah.
this time for Gen.G. 1 away from the null command, 1 away from a lockdown, getting Foxy 9 this orb.
Ascent's always such a roller coaster with PRX, man. I swear, in the last year, they've used
One of the
so
few
many
rounds we've
comps
seen PRX
on this
really
map.
spread the map, run a bit more of what looks like a default for them. They're starting to collect themselves around short. That's where the pings are coming through for Gen.G as well, so they seem to have a decent read. They're going to use the thrash on the other side. More info gathering than anything.
Yep, scouts out, doesn't see anything.
Uh-oh.
Null command now going to be coming through Paranoia over towards Forsaken's position. Up and over the top goes Texture. It's right in on top of something. So can't try to reutilize that thrash at all. Device still going to be tucked over in wine with a 0 point. That should have told them everything that they need to know.
30 seconds
That
left.
being said, he's still managing to find a backstab.
Oh.
Looks for a little bit more.
Whoa.
Gets himself a third. Divine turning the tides of this round.
One
Foxy
enemy
9
Damn,
all over
bro.
the site.
It's nice
Dead.
aim.
Down A.
It's Karan now trying to get his way back through. How has PRX done this?
10 seconds left.
What
Yeah,
an
it's just
unbelievable
individuals, so a
recovery.
lot of it.
And it's not going to end with a bang. It's not going to end with a clutch. This round is going to be done due to time. Karan will find some nice kills here at the end. Needs up the 4, but the damage is
Well,
already
he got some
dealt.
good stats at the end.
The
Gotta
hourglass
give
has
him
run
that.
out of sand. 8 and 4 at the half.
My word.
Gave him a little bit of confidence.
Start to this match.
Starting to get a bit more of that chaos that we were hoping for here at the back end of this half. Let's see what happens in the second when we come back after halftime.
That was nice from Divine.
Remaining. Spike down A.
Okay, honestly, with a pistol, I'll stop believing. I'm in if they get a pistol. I still think it probably shouldn't happen, but wait for the bonus now. We'll get on board early.
Watch me win, then watch me do it again.
Karen just looks unbelievable. That 1v4, well, I guess it was like a 1v3 when he was back at B site. That was insane. Like his aim for every single duel was just instant headshot, and it was like fast, so fast. Why is the raise satchel worse than the jet dash? It's just the fact that you've got no safety when you go out. Like where are you meant to satchel to? You've kind of got the same pathing as like a Yoru does, and then even then you don't have that too much safe pathing. You just don't really have anywhere to go that's like super safe. By the way, Lay kind of gets a little bit wrecked on attack on this as well once people have kind of seen where you double dash into. The APAC aim? Yeah, it looks disgusting, right?
Alrighty, we are back and about to go into this second half. 8-4 the scoreline at the moment with Gen.G out in front.
Yeah, this is just crazy here as we look at our Coinbase Econ report. Texture at over 100 there. I mean, you could see it, folks. He was putting up so many multi-kill rounds. 19 kills total in that first half. He was absolutely electric. And look at that, just never dropped, you know, other than that second round, never dropped off. Just was to the moon.
It's been damn clean for him. He and Karan kind of doing the lion's share of the work here, the lion's share of the fragging for the side of Gen.G.
You crazy to think whoever loses is still guaranteed to make playoffs? I wouldn't say guaranteed, but I'd definitely say heavy favorites, yeah.
Which certainly should.
Yeah, I mean, he dragged PRX through some of those rounds. Just absolutely some
They're definitely the team in the 1-1 that you don't want to play.
Even in the beginning, he had a few.
Okay, Karen's playing so good they raid boss him.
Off the back of it. And now you're going to need to see him really step up, along with Jing for sure. You're going to need him on those entries to be really impactful with the raise. And it's like we're watching the same first pistol. It's almost the exact same setup.
Gen.G love doing a mid wall.
Wall over towards mid, smoke over towards door.
Players clustered up.
Door or heaven?
Lone contact here.
I mean, they picked the right site.
Recycled in, Nano Swarm. Holds him at bay. Gets a decent little
Oh,
bit
they
of
go for
damage
one-way shot.
Will get cleared out.
With this one-way, you have to do it on the left side of the door here because there's nothing on the right. So it's like goes up and goes on the door itself.
Doesn't even get all the way down.
Spike planted.
Quite scout onto
Good
him.
omen flash for the retake here. Oh, that's a good omen flash, man.
Sheriff in hand here, something in Jing able to find some kills.
Great flash. Bro, the fact that Texture can do that is insane. His crosshairs all the way up here, and then he goes back down and insta gets the kill. That's nuts.
Who wins this pistol with a very similar start, right? Like both teams weren't playing on A.
Gen.G 2-0 on the pistol. They are currently 6-0 on pistols altogether, by the way. They haven't lost the pistol yet.
And then the util flood is great. They're catching PRX.
This was crazy. Did he even hit that? There's someone else hitting that. Looked like it didn't hit, but
you know, something Divide getting involved, but it just isn't quite enough. That extra layer for Gen.G comes through once again. It comes down to that last player. This time it's Karan. And that's got Foxy9 fired up as well.
Had a little bit of a slowdown there for him. From 8-0 to now 9-6, I believe. Solid start. Gen.G, an anti-eco win, themselves up the double digits. Not going to be seeing any kind of force here from PRX. It's just the two sheriffs.
yeah, it's trying to get that fish short nice and early on. They got a good plan with it. Double up default.
Pac-Man, getting the orb collection to try to fast track this thrash.
Yeah, Forsaken's been over here making sure that A main is under their control, so they can try to make some kind of move. It's not going to surprise Gen.G too much here. Good tap at the second orb. There's one sheriff, or two sheriffs floating around for PRX, Divine and Jing. But they're going to think about a different direction, and for Gen.G, it's just play defaults the whole way. You do have Karan sliding in towards short to help out Munchkin. But pings come down. This might be a setup for a paranoia into a hit, but Karan's got to judge.
Playing this close to the door, the paranoia
oh, dear God.
Much of anything, but still have enough vision, enough range. There'll be a prowler to check it. Now they know that there's going to be a judge in play. He's eating damage through this smoke.
30 seconds left.
There's one shell left, has to backpedal away. Push forward. Let's manage to find one, something going to be taken down, but now they are going to be contained. As Texture
One enemy remaining.
is going to kill. Jing answers
Spike
one back there
down
with that
A.
sheriff, but now Forsaken, noted, spotted, just playing around with him, showing the gun barrel. Like, can't kill me. He will swing in to try to find a bit more damage, but it's going to be Gen.G now up to 10.
Yeah, that's just a really good read here from Gen.G, having that judge right where it needs to be, where even if there is a paranoia that hits him, he can't really, you know, there's nothing, like you said, that can be done about it. From the side of PRX, they're trying to fight their way through, trying to spam in, but not able to connect, and then it just turns into a meat grinder. Smoke's dropping. Now Devi's smiling though. He's having a good time, and even Forsaken smiling. So
I mean, at the end of the
vibes
day,
are still good.
at the end of the day, these guys know each other
Yeah,
incredibly well.
Yes.
It gives them something to laugh about at least. I think as well it's going to be an easy reset.
Going on.
I just man.
Aggressive space control here from Gen.G.
I don't know. This is always PRX sometimes. Sometimes we've got a mad comp on a map.
Loses the tailwind.
It's all part of it.
Still re-swings out, gets a shot across on it for Forsaken, but cannot find that kill. Extra dead off the rip. Let's PRX a good.
Who won? Sentinels. Dude, it was kind of close though.
Another bonus conversion from happening.
Man, Jing pushed all the way up by himself through mid. Devi.
Wide swing.
Ooh, good recovery.
It's a good readjustment. But Ash will be able to get that kill in the end. Grabs the gun. Backs off back in towards the site, but like you said, Jing continuing to advance. Takes a peek around over towards that defender spawn.
Shot. Absolute shot.
Spike down B.
Great flash.
A solid check there. With
player
He's so much for him. Wingman, such a swing, and we got Omen flash.
Having that showstopper at the ready. There's Munchkin now. See what he can get done.
He's going to scoop up a rifle though.
Forsaken's low here around the corner.
Ginormous, thank you so much, dude.
Smoke and wow, very crisply will be able to find Munchkin in the head. There you go, PRX getting the bonus conversion.
Thank you so much, dude. Thank you for that.
Win rate just to tie things up.
Yeah, just good anticipation there by Forsaken. Devi just gets a little bit overstacked. Karan hit a headshot into a body shot at range with the Sheriff. Absolutely nasty. Forsaken though, showing a little nastiness of his own. Cleaning up when he's on low health, keeping that gun, keeping that economy going. Yeah, and
now
there
we
it
have
is.
the operator in play.
Yeah,
Desk was talking
the
about
op.
it. How do you try to deal
I mean,
with
honestly, the
this op in hand?
Where he's at.
Might be a little hard to actually kind of get
We all know what he can
opportunities.
do
We'll
at
see.
this door.
Well, fortunately for PRX, they don't have
Prowler
to kill
goes
point.
over towards middle. They got wall to block vision
That's
as
the
well.
good news.
Less of a concern for them, but it's going to be a thrash coming
Straight up B split with the fish. Big jewel on B. Ooh.
not hitting the flick.
Big miss. Omen flash in as well. Dude, how's he alive? Still got two on site though. Keep an eye on the luck over towards short. Oh my goodness.
Ash will be able to get the shot there. Put down the enemy raid, the player advantage is here.
There's so much util.
Bullets running out of life, and this flank is even noted by Devi, who's holding down mid. Karen able to go ahead and get a kill back.
Wow, they use their ults on the right round. You got to give them that.
Still looking to advance forward to try to run this back. The gap now just about to be 4 rounds.
Comp good after all. I mean, they they used double ult into it.
Yeah.
It was a nice round. There's no doubt about it. It was a nice round
Plenty of money,
util-wise.
though, in the bank,
But it's still double ult.
Even gonna scoop up that operator from Texture's dead body. Just hold down the angle. How aggressive do they want to be with this, though? And that op is quite a nice prize, especially for PRX. Something would love to use that to control some mid space, or just try to outduel his opponents in main. Is Patman gonna make a go of this? Doesn't
Got the
look like
op on
it.
attack.
We'll be able to retain this one, so just the one rifle going to be carried over here. But PRX now
This is
shrinking the gap down to 4 rounds, and yep, something is going to keep that operator.
just a beautiful. This is just a beautiful round. Forsaken gets a little lucky on the wide sling. I'm not gonna lie. It feels like Texture's usually good for those, but it's the follow-up in mid, using the thrash to clear space.
It's so funny. And then after that, Ash had to shoot the Dizzy that was really high up in the air as well.
That's really,
Must have
really
felt like
nicely
the
done
most
by
Valorant round
PRX.
ever.
And then using that util to make sure Ash isn't comfortable there. Little things that they're doing on the fly are so impressive. Their coordination.
Okay, one
is
hero
just
gun over
so,
towards middle.
So good when they're in the heat of the moment.
Oh, nice shot.
0 point getting the reveal.
Yeah,
on
they
the
got
one,
the
but
gun
something
down,
people
can
go
kind of
ahead
hold
and
this
find
for a little
Kara.
bit as
That's the
well.
weapon now on the floor.
10-7. When does
Covering
ults
of
come
handle
up?
without having smoke's gonna prove to be quite difficult.
Ah, excuse
From a
me.
second shot, he'll find the
Why is no one else
Around
helping him out?
damage there on a Jing with the kill cannot come through. Picture tries to repeat
Still
back
good.
into the A site, but quickly will be felled.
Recalling my bot.
2v4 here for the side of Gen.G to try to pull off a thrifty. PRX in a good position to go ahead and get themselves up to 7. Door to be broken. Goodbye. Just there around the corner. Forsaken spotted, but
Player
quick
standing.
trade does come through.
Oh,
Ash trying
God,
to keep
man.
that shot across on the Jing. Tucks back in, eats a bit more damage there from the paint shell. And now is going to fall to 13.
Yeah, and you know that the op's over towards middle.
It's noted by Gen.G as well. It's going to be
no
Ash's
shot.
job. Yeah.
No way. He's going to be able to recover this one for him. Have to dodge every single bullet, kill every single
Divide
player.
didn't hit any of
King
them.
will go ahead and take it down. 3
Okay, this is
rounds
the
now in a row
rounds.
here
They
for
pick up the op
PRX.
as well. They want the op back.
3 rounds separating.
Yeah, this is getting a little dicey. I mean, you already conquered
Enemy remaining.
one of the big hurdles that you're going to face on this half, and that's Texture's first operator. And now you're kind of in cruise control. And when, oh when, if this keeps up, does Gen.G pull the trigger on another timeout? A couple away for
They still don't have the good ult
Munchkin
yet.
1 away from his, Ash 1 away
Close.
from his, 2 away for Foxy9. Texture could get the Blade Storm. These are going to be the big ones to speak of. Devi could get a pit. Try to utilize that, but Spike's going to be in the back. PRX looking for some contact plays. There's a lot of util to clear this
Oh,
angle.
he knows.
Bring the op forward. Here around the corner. Drone goes to the check. Quickly gets cleared.
Now
Where
there's
something's at, but outside of that, not much other information going to be gained here.
just trying to get a feel for how many players were there at B to see if they could make their entry.
It's at least
but
question mark over
really get a
towards
good
B main.
idea. All you know is the Sova's there, and that's
Recon
not
bottom
very
middle.
surprising on this map. So
Top takes 2. Jing up and over the top. Caron eating some damage. Quickly has
God,
to
that
back
kill would have been
away.
incredible.
Considers going refill this space. For now, it's just
We
gonna be
got
playing
my
close angle here.
larking gecko with an
See if
op
anyone
over
comes
towards B.
creeping out of that smoke.
God, we double such an infra here. I haven't seen this
Fewer
since
their numbers.
2021.
there's going to be a little
Give me
bit
this
of noise
POV,
made
it's
by
madness.
something, but just not
That's
for
the entry, but nope. Jing
Oh, he had
has to tuck
ate
it
the
through
omen
punch,
flash,
quick
they didn't go
hit
for it.
right when it comes to
And now
cross.
they've got
Sees
nothing to
Caron
get
by the
through
side
it.
of
And they
Warren
call for a
Quickly
cancel and hit
repositioning.
B at 30
Caught
seconds.
multiple players.
Okay, we're going short.
It's just gonna be a re-wrap in towards tree.
time. This might have sold it, though. They're playing
No,
off
they
that
actually
0
think
point
they're going
brilliantly.
B. 15 seconds. Spike's going through short. Smoke's here. Cover the cross. Okay.
10 seconds.
10 seconds. Nice shot.
Please
Please plant.
It does not let up. Jing finding the kill,
Spike
the jump up,
planted.
the
Oh,
heal
God.
on to 3. That might have just cooked up his texture. Pops the knife.
Whoa.
Tries to throw him back out, but Jing does manage to punish now. Has a
Razor, man.
showstopper.
Do it.
As something is flanking
Razor.
around towards window. With an op, ready for the rocket. Cannot
Popped
die.
earlier.
Remaining.
Phantom picked up the headshot down. Ash dead. Foxy9 gonna try to challenge in, and he wins it out.
Don't interrupt.
God,
my
this is the
work.
craziest round ever, man.
A scrappy,
It's the
chaotic
craziest round
round.
ever. It really is.
It's one that Gen.G barely comes out on top
My
of.
fault? That's not my fault. He's got to pop that
my
razor
goodness.
earlier, dude.
It is heart pounding for these two teams. I mean, just oh so close. It looked like PRX was maybe going to get this done, but this ping reveal and also catching Forsaken on the TP on top of Gen. Nobody's checking heaven there for PRX, and that cost them big time. Extra catches them completely off guard. Ash able to shut down the showstopper, and Foxy9 once again comes up clutch for Gen.G. And yeah. Okay,
At least
that was
Alex
an
is
easy
laughing. Yeah, I
land
didn't know
that
what
one.
face
That
I was
one
going to see after that, to be
Frustrating but
honest.
fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh boy. Well, multiple ultimates gone, and just playing off the Prowler. Texture dead to the spam.
Gone here.
Great little setup there.
They got so many
He's
ults.
not ready for that at all. Swing in, Ash taken down.
That was
clear
Ash
off the
done.
turret, Foxy9. Still maintaining control here of B, has been his domain.
Big prowler.
Man.
Big prowler.
Making a lot of noise. No doubt about this.
They have the Prowler to go ahead and escort forward. Swing in, Caron on the reposition, tries to get the readjustment. Cannot find the transfer. Right click, send,
Holy.
gets the flash in. Spike now on the ground. No command immediately popped here as Munchkin. Just for the rotation. Foxy 9 to join in. Door shut.
Ooh, nice shot.
Patman finds the headshot, puts the robot
Yeah,
down
gets
the floor.
info though and can calm this the whole time.
Foxy 9 do it again.
This is a lockdown, but does he want to send it? Looks like the answer is
Ooh.
yes, he does.
Why not?
Vincent re-wraps.
Spike
That's just
planted.
going to be something saying,
Player
okay,
standing.
I can push in and I can go ahead and clear this.
Lockdown destroyed.
Eats the hawk reveal and cannot hit
That's
the
a
shots
nice idea.
adjusted. The double face from PRX.
Hold up. Hold up.
Benefits them heavily.
Chat. They used a lot of
Bring the
ults
gap
into
to 3
this.
once again.
They used a
It's
lot of
just
ults
crazy.
into that
So many of
round.
these rounds
They've only
just
really
come
got
down
a
to
Sova
split
ult, right?
second
Sova ult,
decision-making.
Omen ult, I
Didn't
think.
look like maybe Munchkin with that re-wrap over into A main would maybe be able to turn this round on its head. Jing with that opener, with that 2K through mid, gave a huge advantage to PRX. A great flash around the corner. Divide not ready at all for that re-wrap, but steady hands there off the back of the lockdown, and Foxy, yeah, couldn't quite get it done that time, but he's been very solid for Gen.G this map. They're back on the Sheriffs though. Economy.
Send me
Gutter a
in.
bit. Still the Hunter's Fury though. Batman has
You know,
a
it just
Nightfall.
still shouldn't be possible, but
Closer to the
I'm just
showstopper.
watching the rounds thinking how.
Quite a heavy
Oh
stack
no,
throw
not
for
like
Ado.
this, guys. Not the full person
So
stack.
damn good.
Why?
The shot is so damn clean. Texture. Just take something's head clean off. He's the only one that was in the sight. No one else pushing alongside him, and that's just delivered a Vandal into the hands of Munchkin.
Something went wrong there. Nightfall wasn't even sent. Maybe a little bit of a miscommunication for PRX. Leave Divide tucked into Wine. Trying to find some open space in the mid, and now Gen.G's gonna flex out on the map a little bit more. Munchkin had a great read on this round.
Volunteered?
All
Yeah, I still
pieces
think
in
you save it.
place.
I think you save the
Counter that,
sacrifices.
Warbot. Not surprising to anybody, but
The
gonna
rounds
win
they
some
won have
battles
not
here.
been convincing.
As PRX, Jing continues to push.
They got some confidence here, though.
Munchkin
That's the
gonna be
main thing.
ready. He is.
Gun here. Cover going out.
A weapon on offer here. One of his teammates is
Oh,
on. What in the ever-loving
Jesus.
30
hell?
seconds left.
So damn crisp with that shot. The follow-up going a bit wide.
Oh,
Wide,
that's
we'll be able
fast.
to flush him out.
Face your
Conquers his demons.
Oh, he really went for
Nightfall
it.
does connect. Hit now, invested. Spraying
Ooh.
through, just a hair
Spike
off. The push
planted.
down with the body. He's exited the pit.
Remaining.
He went for the early transfer.
Oh,
Oh,
but Batman hits the transfer. He versus Texture. The swing it out. The headshot. Batman gets
nice
the rifle
1v3,
clutch.
man. Nice 1v3. He was having a little bit of a rough game.
I just
It was an
don't
eco, though,
understand.
chat, and they had to use double
It's
loads
insane.
against the eco.
It seems like somebody's got an advantage and then it goes away, and then somebody else has an advantage and they rip it out from the other team's hand. I mean, these are disgusting sheriff shots, as you expect from Gen.G. This is what kind of part of what led them to win a Masters trophy last year was their
little
unbelievable
sidestep from
eco
him.
rounds. And they almost do it again, but just barely. Patman, the new player to the stage, comes through.
I mean, he's. I get it.
Oh,
And why is it this close?
I'm in
Why does
pain.
my rookie have to clutch against what started as nothing but sheriffs?
Yes, I'm in pain as well watching some of those rounds. I'm not gonna lie. You have an operator here being purchased up for Texture, so that's gonna cut down to a couple Guardians. Gen.G wants to give him another opportunity to close this map out with that powerful sniper rifle. On away here for something for the Thrash as well. If he can find a kill, he could clear out towards A.
So all on defense, kind of playing rotate. They set one up over towards her. It's nice at the moment for Gen.G, to be honest. Really strong setup. There's too much info, right? Early info.
Then off the start here once again as Prowler's going forward. Paint Shell's going to be sent. Quick little exit on the tailwind there. But Prowler chases up towards heaven. Does not necessarily know Taron, but he will still fall. Showstopper going to be sent, lobs it up, gets quite a bit of damage there on the Texture, but cannot confirm the kill.
Spike planted.
Keep an eye on the luck on middle.
Impact. Tagged it down.
Okay, they're gonna see the alarm ball go off, and then they're gonna speed up maybe. They now know where he is. Dude, look at this play from Forsaken.
Oh,
they had to swing off of it.
And Texture with the off now needs to drift away.
How is this so
PRX.
close? They got fish ult for next round. Gen.G have 1, 2, 3, 4. They can't buy
Just
next.
incredible. And it's just crazy how aggressive they can be even after they lose a player.
They're gonna hunt.
Yeah, the
They
smoke
should.
on short is causing them a
Steps
nightmare.
heard.
This one,
Texture gets the first.
double block
Still
vision.
2 players to try to get through though.
Good in the afterplant as well. Helps running up short.
Util to try to really flush him out aside from a snake bite. It seems like they will be content to go ahead and keep themselves alive. 11 to 10 though. Paper Rex.
Can we sacrifice now? Yeah, I think it might be worth,
Oh, I'm
man.
trying to be cheeky there. I
I
noticed
think it might
that
be worth. They got it close.
with that smoke.
Got piling in there, I think.
One enemy remaining.
And Jing
Goes down
just
to an eco.
sniffed it right out. Patman again.
Double pistol.
Got the headshot.
Second timeout.
Going for the Victor play there. The timeout now going to be called from Gen.G. Not liking that Paper X are right there nipping at their heels. All of them going to be used to try to get this win.
It's been an insane map for Texture and Kara.
Broke the bot.
But Paper
Oh
Rex
god.
is just starting to scrap,
No
they're starting to
sacrifices.
brawl. And that's when things can start to go their way. You know, now you've got Patman showing up in the server. He's had 2 really impactful rounds for them. He had really struggled throughout most of this map, but when they needed him most, he showed up. He's got another Nightfall, something's got the Thrash. So there's some really big tools that Paper Rex can throw into this round and to keep that operator off balance wherever it may be. You just got to be careful about making sure that you're not walking out into the open where Texture's got you and you've got no util or no
They
trade.
play this comp because of
That's
something's
really the
Agent
biggest
Paul.
danger in,
Look at dude, he could
Sheriffs.
just play.
Kinda scary
he
too
could
when you're
just
going up
play.
against Gen.G, but
He could just play Jet.
this is
Like they could
very
play the
important
normal.
round now.
And then Jing would obviously go Omen. I thought the Jing Omen was looking alright on this map. It doesn't really matter, dude. If they'd won a pistol, they've won this map.
If you can't get away from this,
Which is mad.
might end up being a double detain.
Okay, hero op.
See what they can do.
Oh yeah! Monster on the loose!
Coming through, he's gonna try to peek. Does get detained though, and he's out into the open. They're trying to keep protecting Ash. Comes to the rescue.
God, what a
Finds kill on a mistake.
savior
Divine
kill
up
that
on
is from
Go
Ash.
ahead, Skate back. And
God,
that's
they go so
brutal.
many
They should have
fast
had him get
strats
the
and just send it
They
in.
don't throw the Nightfall either. They just don't feel like they have the opportunity to do so. Munchkin knows they're coming. He's ready to try to delay here with the fragment. Has 2 flashes as well. So he can buy a lot of extra time, but Paper Rex doesn't feel like they really got there quick enough. Doing a little
Problem
bit of
is that
checking
op's
mid.
over towards heaven now.
That's set from a different angle. Tries to flash himself in, and then ends up
Oh,
moving
saw him.
around a bit too much to buy.
Whoa, what a shot. Oh dear God.
Away with one onto something, tries to get the kill
Lovely
onto
little
Jing.
jiggle peek on that one. Keep an eye on Devi. Super early over towards here.
Brings it now into a
Yeah,
3v3.
just staying alive might be
That
worth
is
on this one.
beautiful
Still has
movement from
Molly. They only have
Jing. He
one
knows the
gun.
operator there, and
Could
he
maybe
set
get the
Patman
op on
up.
heaven.
Tees it up beautifully. Oh my goodness.
Oh no, it's under, right? Yeah.
Now, they're at hell. The Prowler to check over towards main. Allows them to go ahead and place Devi in that position, fan out a bit more.
I'll find
Checking
you.
the obvious angles. Ash on the approach
Oh.
here. Some shots down.
Last
Jing
player
dead. It's Foxy 9. The recovered Vandal puts it to damn good use. Devi now. Not much more to do other than spray and pray.
Big swing,
Rewarded
mate.
with one, but on the re-swing gets the
Whoa,
headshot.
whoa,
He's pitching for it, but he's
Ah, his backup guns are shorty.
and Foxy 9 can just hold it down. Absolutely unbelievable. A borderline thrifty. A stuck defuse as Gen.G get up to map point.
Yeah, I'm still surprised they got this so close, man.
I mean, this is just insane. It looks like they might have the opportunity. Patman playing off of Jing so nicely. That is such a good jig from Jing. But then Foxy 9 again comes up unbelievably huge. Just nothing that Devi can do. Yeah.
The
Heartbreak.
recon, yeah, the recon own them. They're trying to go for their own fade.
Oh boy. Well, season
Oh,
connecting.
that's
Jing
lovely though.
quickly
Hold
getting
up.
in on top of Karen, comes away with that kill, scoops up the weapon. Door slammed in Munchkin's face, nothing to do. Until the rest of the team gets there, try to back him up.
Dude, look at something.
45 attempts to retake
Look,
something
he just
very
threw his
deep
U2
line.
and he's like, yeah, I am the Sentinel
One piece
now.
into it, he wraps around towards Gelato.
I am the Info Sentinel.
0 point only finds one. Thrown out, gets the scout. Forsaken forced to reposition. Get back in from here is going to prove to be so damn difficult. Patman does get tagged up, though. 17 health remaining. is
Whoa,
Jing.
the lineup's
They're all
crazy.
lined up. The smoke, the flash, it doesn't connect onto him. He's not even
Dude,
able
what's
to
their
come away
money
with a
like?
single
Oh
kill
my
somehow.
God, they
Forsaken
have
and
no
Patman
money.
collected him. It's Munchkin now.
There he is. There's the Info Sentinel. Locked him in.
From Paper X.
I don't know how they're
Getting
doing it,
thrifty
chat.
to pulling off a flawless and being one round away from taking us into overtime.
And the economy for Gen.G is in the gutter. There's going to be stingers.
This was cool, though. That was nice. Cover over the top. Double satchel in.
On to Karan to set up Jing nicely. He gets up there, disrespects the fragment.
Dude, Gen.G have no money. Look at this buy. 4 stingers.
Really, really cool
They got
ideas.
so many ults, though.
Paper X. One more hurdle to go. Some big ults. Lockdown in play. Munchkin's got his ult. Meanwhile, Paper X not really close of any to.
Dude, Munchkin had his knife out the whole time there. He's a Prowler flash and still doesn't go for it.
Going to be the most impactful. Jing continues to be on duty of clearing the Killjoy util. Foxy right around the corner. Not going to be a position to initially punish it. Then Paper X kind of anticipating that maybe that was going to be the play this time. Gen.G hasn't really tried that before. Jing's been getting a lot of freedom in this space. This is all just kind of maybe a ruse to bait Paper X in.
What about cleared? Prowler. Let's readjust there. Fox
my
9.
goodness.
Make that a 1.
It's a great Omen flash.
Batman now spotted out. Up there in the corner. Shockstar takes it down to 45. The push out of the smoke.
God, these stingers are incredible.
3v2. Gen.G in with a player advantage.
Gonna have to get this done.
Get a kill on Devi. Sorry, kill on Patman. He gets ult. Big fade eye. They don't have to worry about Omen ult.
They prove to be a bit difficult aside from the one in market.
Quick early sees there from Patman, but Devi not finding anybody to catch off of it.
Up over the top, reveals 2. Texture not going to be noted by that one. He's going to go ahead and
okay.
Stop here against Devi.
Okay.
Taken down. And it's all on Karan. Just the stinger in hand, and it's good.
Chat, they give this a really good go. They actually would have won this with a pistol, man. That's madness, considering the comp. Crazy. Stingers do it.
It's just madness.
Okay, dude, honestly though, the confidence going into the other 2 maps might be kind of nice.
So much talent between the 2 of them.
Absolutely. Well,
Stingers, yeah, they're good with stingers as well. They've been pracking them.
We'll see if Paper X can